All right, guys and gals. Another slow day here, another weekend used on trying to dial in nitrous. Last night, I got my bottle back, 15 pound. Got my bottles back from being refilled and already got a problem with the new bottle from Nitrous Outlet. It tried multiple times. It only took 6 pounds of nitrous. So I got to figure out what's up with that. And then the other bottle was fine. Is it 15? Yes. The other bottle was fine, so I went down. I made a pass. Went down and made a pass. It trapped 95 mile per hour, 94 and a half. And that's with a 100 shot. I tried 50% on the progressor with a half second of delay. And basically it spun all of second gear. And so I came up, I reset everything. I went back, I hit it at 50% for 1 second, and it still spun, but it made a good lick. I think it went at 806 or something like that, which is the quickest it's been on street tires, but it's still slow for a 100 shot. Where are we at? Right on the money. I run me a nitrous gauge up where I could actually see it from the dash, teed it in. So yeah, back to that, got fuel. Went to the third run. I set the progressor on 40 and the timer at half a second again. And it made a better hit, but it was slower. Was a tenth or so slower. I had to pedal second gear, but the mile per hour was still there. So I'm almost positive that the 100 shot on this truck with the shifting where it has to start, stop, start, stop every shift, that, well, let me get the computer open. Pretty sure that is why I'm not yielding like a 7 or 8 mile per hour run. And I just put the 150 jets in, fresh bottle, took another degree of timing out, and we're gonna give it a go. Shot loaded. I went a little drastic on the jetting because I don't want it to be lean. This is all no man's land for me, so I don't have a clue how close or how far things are off. So I went a 62-60, which is just a spread of 2. And we'll see what that does. Alright guys, didn't get to film much today. I think the last thing I got on film was the screw up run. Had everything set up, go down and try a 150 shot with the sun down and the DA a little better, see if we could really scrub all we can out of it, and it went terribly wrong. I done my burnout, and then as soon as I launched, the truck fell right on its face, and my initial thought was I was in third gear or something stupid. So the truck was still running, even though the kit came on, and it was so low in the RPM. I don't know. I guess the window switch saved it, luckily. But I backed up to do it again, and then when I looked down at the AFR after it failed to launch again, I looked. The AFR was lean, like 20-1. So I limped it home, and come to find out, the number one injector pigtail had somehow come off during the burnout, which it's a new one on me. But it didn't get much better. I fixed that. I bent the tabs on it a little bit. It's EV1 injector, so I bent the little wires that clip on, and the little metal wire that holds the pigtail down good. Got it to stay. Run down to make another pass, and completely chunked it and missed second gear. I'll stick it in here. Well, that was strange. Had an injector cap come off, of all things. Injector plug in. I thought for sure I'd done melted something. I was like, man, it's idling. It ain't making no noises, but it has definitely got a dead miss to it. And yeah, it'll do that when one of the injectors ain't firing. So, got up today, Sunday morning, pulled what little bit of nitrous I had left in the one good bottle, and went down and made another pass. Had a passenger with me, had a buddy of mine come over, work on his stuff, and I took him down with me, and it did great. I mean, I have no ET to really brag about. I'm mostly going off of mile per hour gains and trap speeds. I have yet to have any kind of good traction with the clutch and the Hoosier tires that I swapped from the old LS7 clutch and the Mickey's. This clutch grabs and is a little bit stiffer pedal, so I mean, maybe it's me, I don't know. But I turned the progressor off. It got the full 150 shot. I had to pedal it. I think with me and him both in there, we went like a 8-1 or something like that, pedaling it. In the heat of the day, it was like 2900 DA, 85 degrees. So I think it trapped 96. I think think, yeah, 96, 95 and a half, or 95.8 or something maybe. But AFRs look great. The log looked great. I mean, it's to me, a newbie to nitrous, it's a touch lean. Like when it comes off the kit, it's richer on motor than it is on nitrous. On motor, it's a 12.2 AFR because it was right, and I dropped to the 7, the colder plug, and that made it a little richer, and it's got a lot of timing pulled out of it. So it's a 12.2 on motor. It's got roughly 6.5 degrees of timing pulled out for the 150 shot. And on the spray, of course it's a lean spike on the first hit. It'll flash about a 13-1, but then it'll drop to a 12.3, somewhere around in there. And then as the bottle pressure fades, it'll go eventually to 11.9. But the jets that I'm running are a 62.60. Like, my jet spread is on top of each other. If anybody knows why, I'm all ears, but it's 5 psi on the fuel side. I'm assuming that it just could be the motor setup with the fast and the way the fuel gets drawn into a fast intake with the long runners. Possibly it could be just need more fuel to stay richer, and I'm having to run, usually people run a 62, well, I think the jet chart says a 62.54, and I'm running a 62.60 on the fuel side. So, but I mean, I tried a 62.58, and it was a 13.5-1 the whole pass. And as far as I know, I haven't heard anything yet. I think I've done some bonehead stuff, but the plugs all look clean. Everything looks good. It's not got, a pressing amount of timing in it. I could probably add 2 degrees, truth be told. But it is what it is. I think after I have the bottles filled, I've used probably 20-25 pounds of nitrous in the last 2 weekends. I'm going to get a fuel pressure safety switch. I'm going to connect up one side of my HP tuners to my solenoids with a relay or some kind of fuse in that'll bring it down to 5 volt from 12 volt, and that way I can know exactly the second the relays come on, or the solenoids come on, so I can log that. Because the way it's set up, my IAT sensor is not seeing anything as far as nitrous. It's downstream from it, closer to the filter, and the engine has no idea nitrous is being shot in it. I went in and pulled the timing where the truck naturally runs, and that's how everything's working. Almost like a carbureted setup with nitrous, except for it's a wet kit on a fuel injection setup on speed density. I go in, and if it needs, a jetting change, then that's why I change jets until the fuel's rich enough. I don't know if I'd gain, my best pass to date flashed 99 mile an hour trap speed, and it was leaner than I'm comfortable with. I mean, it was a 13.5-1 the whole pass, and I mean, unless my wideband is telling me something that I don't know about, I richened it up down to the 12-1 or 12.3-1, and I lost 2 miles an hour. So I don't know. They say to find maximum mile per hour and run it. So maybe it likes it lean. I don't know. I'm not comfortable with it, but yeah, I got a lot of broken videos and stuff that I've just kind of made into I guess this video, because I'd be working on it and then something would happen and then not work on it, and then I'd forget to record. And I even had a computer crash once on me and lose the whole log for the time the injector popped out. I dropped the laptop, or I shut my bed cover and the laptop froze. Thought I broke it. But anyway, this has been this week's, nitrous tuning and getting it tuned in. Wished I'd have just jumped to the 150 shot from the get-go and wouldn't have had, but I learned a lot with the 100 shot. Also, my new bottle from Nitrous Outlet would not take nitrous, and I took the siphon tube out today before I left, and the siphon tube is too long. It's hitting the bottom of it's put scrape marks in the bottom of the bottle where you tighten it down, so it's hitting 2 or 3 threads before the bottle itself, or the valve itself, is threaded into the bottle. But got a race coming up on the 14th, 15th, 4 on 304. We'll go try there and see if hopefully it ain't a blazing 100 degrees outside when we go to race there, but it's August, so probably. Until then, I'll try to make as much content as I can when I can, and I appreciate everybody watching and hanging out, and I'll see you next time.